And joining me now to X-ray President Bola Tinubu's special broadcast is the Executive Vice Chairman, State Peace Committee, Dr. Saleh Momale. You're welcome to the news at 10.
Good morning, Nigerians.
All right, the nationwide protest, which was supposed to be peaceful, took a different turn, characterized by loss of lives, looting and wanton destruction of both public and private property. Now the president has responded. What is your take?
We appreciate Mr. President. I believe he has listened. He has followed the developments very keenly, and his address to the nation should be listened to. He has addressed a number of the demands of the protesters, and we also believe there may be some demands or expectations from the protesters that Mr. President have not addressed, possibly in the way they expected Mr. President to address it. Constitutionally, protesters and citizens have right to express their opinions and views, and constitutionally, again, citizens are bound to listen to constituted authorities, to listen to appeals, and I think Mr. President have appealed for calm, and I believe there are opportunities for continuous engagement, and these paths should be explored in the forthcoming days and months.
Okay, taking a look at the role of security operatives during this protest, how would you score the security agencies in, trying to curtail some of the excesses of these protesters?
As we variously mentioned, the role of the security agencies is to ensure the protection of lives, properties, and to ensure social order. In the course, they have to enforce it, or they may be forced to enforce it at certain periods in time. The rules and laws of the land, as well as the operational guidelines of the security agencies, have clearly stipulated the role expected of them. And in all circumstances, the use of force on citizens is always not encouraged. And I think they have tried as much as possible to do that. Security agencies are permitted to disperse crowd using, methods that are non-lethal, that will not lead to injuries, that will lead to chaotic environments for other protesters or in the course of protecting even the rights of other Nigerians. So they have to adopt the highest level of restraints. And I think reasonably they have done that. And it's not only us, but I think a cross-section of Nigerians have appreciated the role that the Nigerian police and the other sister security agencies have played. We are happy that the military have taken a backstage up to this moment, and we hope they will continue to do that, because this is a civil matters that involves citizens of Nigeria, and the Nigerian police and its sister security agencies have a direct role to play in managing this. And I think they should continue to do it without the use of excessive power, but enforcing the law in accordance with the rules of engagement. They can make arrests, which happily they have done a lot, and I do hope that the judiciary will take over and make sure that those that looted people's properties and destroyed public infrastructure will be held accountable. And this will serve as a lesson for the people whenever this kind of events take place in the future.
All right, Dr. Omale, just very quickly before I let you go, with President Tinubu's administration's significant stride, in rebuilding the foundation of Nigeria's economy to carry us into the future of plenty and abundance, especially targeting the youth, don't you think rebuilding the destroyed infrastructure will be a setback with the lean resources by the federal government?
I think what has happened has already happened. It's not the responsibility of the government and the citizens. It's a big backward for the economy, even for food prices, even for the distribution channels, for the business community, for government revenues. All of this have negative impact, and it will retard us maybe backwards for several months. This is the critical farming season, for example. Agricultural inputs are being brought in, they are moved from one point to another. And all of these things are stagnated at the moment. Services are stagnated. So that is why we are continuing to appeal to our young populations to recognize the importance of this, and also to appeal to Mr. President to put up more robust mechanisms for citizens' engagements. I think we need to see more robust engagement with the industrial sector, with the business community all over the country. We want to see more robust engagement between the state governments, the business community, the youths within every state, so that from the state level we can grow, the economy. We can revamp agriculture. We should revitalize our key industries, our key productive sectors of the economy, so that they can contribute. And we should support our artisans. We should support our farmers. We should support our women. So we need to see greater level of engagements between Mr. President and the various sections of the Nigerian economy, so that it can be revamped within a very short period of time to meet some of these expectations, particularly in food production, energy, and industry. These are critical areas that we want to see. But so far, from the address of Mr. President, I think he has addressed most of the critical issues, and I think his appeal should be listened to by Nigerians.
All right, many thanks, Dr. Saleh Momale, the Executive Vice Chairman, State Peace Committee, for your thoughts on the news at 10.
Thank you very much.